What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? Welcome to the ELLANIR guide in Call of Dragons. We got some talent trees, we got some WARPETS, we got some artifacts, we got lots of stuff to cover about this brand new G5 infantry hero. If you're still new here, like, share, subscribe, leave some comments down below. Let's get right into it. Alright, warriors of Tamaris, ELLANIR, the G5 infantry hero is in the building. Today we're gonna check out a lot of the good stuff that you need to know about this awesome new addition into Call of Dragons. Our best partner is going to be Mr. Joren. I already made a video about this hero if you want to check it out. The link will be in the description section down below. But for today, we're gonna see everything that you need to know about ELLANIR in Call of Dragons. First of all, we're gonna start off with her first skill, which is a passive. ELLANIR does not have a rage skill. She is kind of like the Magrat of infantry. So we're gonna see what she is capable of doing in the open field against all the enemies. The passive skill says, after every 3 normal attacks launched, deals extra physical damage to the current target legion, damage factor 500, once every 3 seconds. After every 3 counter attacks launched, deals extra physical damage to the attacking legion, damage factor 180. Up to 8 times per second. This is just insane. So to describe her in a simple way, you can say she is an improved version of Goresh. With Goresh, if you get blocked, you're not gonna get a lot of damage from his 3rd skill, but with Ella, she doesn't care where you come from. Whether you're range units or you're melee, she is gonna hit you if you touch her. This is fantastic for the open field combat. Now, when you look at the first part of the skill, it says after every 3 normal attacks launched, deals extra physical damage. This would have been so nice if they did not have this counter of 3 seconds on it, because we could have used the chain strike to try and get more damage out of this. Unfortunately, there is a timer here, so chain strike is not gonna help. On the contrary, when it comes to these counter attacking skills, when you put the advanced counter strike, it's gonna help you proc that skill a lot more often. So that's going to be amazing for this hero. You need the counter strike on this hero. Moving on to skill number 2, Breezy Walls. When hit with a normal attack, the Legion has a 50% chance to gain 1 stack of 4 leaf marks for 10 seconds, maximum 4 stacks. Each stack increases the Legion's infantry unit's counterattack damage by 5% and hero skill damage by 10%. So we're looking at a counterattack damage bonus of 20% and a hero skill damage bonus of 40%. This is absolutely magnificent. Not only are you doing a lot of damage from here, you're also boosting it with this 2nd skill, which is a good thing for this hero. Moving on to skill number 3, Final Beckoning. When the Legion's infantry units, it says the Legion's infantry units gain 25% defense and ignore 25% of enemy attack. I wonder if this is going to affect anyone hitting her. This is going to be brilliant for the open field combat. And then we go to skill number 4. Oopsie. I changed it with, what is it called? A mastery skill. So let's check out skill number 4. We go to the mastery and we uncheck it. Okay, so I need to remove it. Come on, forget. Confirm. Okay, another good skill to use with Ella is going to be this one, the Compound Interest, because it's a hero skill boost and Ella does a lot of hero skill in the form of counter attack to 8 different targets every single second, increases the Garrison army's HP by 20% and removes 1 debuff every 5 seconds while garrisoned in a city or stronghold. This skill is going to be one of the most powerful skills for defending your city. I think you have the likes of Agnar who can do some kind of crazy defense penetration. I don't know if that is a debuff. Ella is going to be able to do something about it. Is this defense penetration a debuff? Anyways, let's forget about that. So we're gonna go over here. This one is good for helping you defend your city. It is pretty strong. You don't want to miss out on this skill. And then we go on to the Awakening Deadly Sword. Each time Floating Sword deals extra damage, the Legion's infantry skill damage increases by 3% for 10 seconds, maximum 10 stacks. So we are getting another 30% hero skill boost. Man, this hero is going to be so crazy at doing hero skill damage on the field. So these are the skills of Ella in Call of Dragons. I consider her an improved version of GARRISON, and she is going to work with every single infantry hero in the game. She is not very restricted. That's one thing I like about her. She's gonna hit all range units who hit her. She doesn't care. Absolutely brilliant. The only downside to this hero is you need to probably think twice if you're gonna use her for protecting your city, because the devs have locked all of her skills to infantry. If you look at it closely, everything is classified as infantry. Let's say, for example, your city is full of mages and you're looking for a garrison hero. I don't know if Ella is going to be the right fit for you. I mean, she's still going to do well from skill number 1 and skill number 4 for protecting your city. But these 3 skills have been locked to infantry. So I don't know if that's going to play well for a city that is not infantry. But I still think she is going to do excellent for your city defense. Now, let us check out some awesome pairings for this new addition. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the best pairing for ELLANIR in Call of Dragons is going to be Joren. They were designed to work together. ELLANIR's second skill, which collects a lot of stacks, is going to help Joren maximize his second skill and get the 60% counterattack damage that he needs. Joren also is going to boost ELLANIR with his counterattack. ELLANIR is also going to boost Joren with counterattack. ELLANIR has like, I think, around 70% hero skill damage boost that Joren is going to use for his rage skill. It's going to be ridiculous on the field. So this is going to be the best pairing for ELLANIR in Call of Dragons. Now there are other options that you need to consider as well. ELLANIR is going to work well with the best infantry hero in the game, aka Kuma. Even up to now, Kuma is still the best of the best in Call of Dragons. His HP is second to none, and his attack on the field is unmatched. This guy is the definition of what an infantry should be. And when you pair him with ELLANIR, you are going to punish so many enemies on the field. First of all, ELLANIR can hit anybody from anywhere. She doesn't care where you come from. Right from the beginning of the match, she's going to start throwing these swords at you with her passive skill. She is absolutely nuts. And then you got Kuma with his HP, his defense, his attack, and his craziness. I think these 2 pairings are going to be some crazy stuff in open field and Garrison as well. As of right now, I think they are considered the best Garrison. A good mix of damage, counter attack. Someone tries to swarm you, this march is going to deliver. You don't want to mess with it. Another good pairing for Ella is going to be GARRISON. Ella and GARRISON will work very well. They are both hero skill. Because GARRISON has this crazy hero skill. I think if you blink into a crowd and you have Ella with her 70% hero skill damage boost, this is going to be popping on the enemies. And remember, if you try maybe the compound interest skill, I don't know if that is the best mastery to use, but it's going to do some good work for you on the field. This is another pairing that you don't want to miss out on. Ella just works pretty much with any infantry hero in the game. She's the true definition of what an infantry hero should be in terms of damage. You just need to give her someone who's going to give her the survivability and you are good to go. Now you can try Ella and Mr. Agnar for your cavalry. The suicide cavalry, just send it into a bunch of mages and watch the magic happen. It's gonna work like a charm. I think it might even be better than the one with GARRISON and Agnar. But GARRISON and Agnar have 60% attack and resistance. But for Ella, most of her skills are locked to infantry. So I don't know if it's going to be super efficient like the GARRISON Agnar. But this is something that you can try. It could work for you on the field. Ella and GARRISON might also be a good cavalry to throw at those range units if you put them together. I don't know if that's going to be a very strong one, but you can try it out and see how it works. Overall, she is a fantastic hero who can pair up with pretty much any infantry hero in the game. She is going to take them to the next level. Can start doing damage immediately from the get-go, which is what you want for an infantry hero. Ella is absolutely brilliant. Right now, a lot of people are going to ask me which one should you invest for your Kuma. I think you should maybe be a little bit patient because on paper, Joren look like he's the real deal for Kuma, but you shouldn't underestimate Ella as well. So I would suggest maybe be patient, let people test it out, and then make up your decision. Up next, we go over WARPETS for ELLANIR in Call of Dragons. The first one that comes to mind is going to be the Venomous Lizard. This is going to be the go-to pet for the open field. I'm going to assume that most people are going to be pairing Ella with somebody else. So if you pair up Ella with somebody else other than Joren, you will have to use the Venomous Lizard. And then you will have to consider the Mossrock Orcs as well. So these are the two pets that I would consider for Ella if you're going to pair her with anyone other than Joren. Now, if you're going to pair Ella with Joren, this is the pet that you use and this is how you build it. You got Blow Off, you got Intense Blow Off, you got Advanced Counter Strike, you have Counter Strike, you got Angry Roar, you got Fatal Bite, you have Blood Roar, and you have Tooth and Claw. This Counter Strike is going to help Ella passive skill. So it's going to be so good for your heroes in open field PvP. So this is the pairing for Ella and Joren. And then if you're going to use anybody else, you go with the Venomous Lizard. Then you can go with the Mossrock Orcs. There is another pairing that I'm going to be testing out in the open field. And that one is going to be this hero right here. We are going to have Madeline as the primary with the Frost Bear. Madeline primary, Frost Bear, and we got ELLANIR as the deputy. I don't know how this is going to perform on the field, but I'm going to test it out and see how it works. Going to keep you guys posted. I got a Frost Bear that is built nicely, and if I put the Dragon Scale armor over here, which is going to be like a very good artifact, it's got a double HP, and with Madeline's shield, you can get some resistance against enemies. So I want to see how this is going to work on the field with ELLANIR. Madeline can also do some hero skill over here, which is going to be boosted by 70% by ELLANIR. So this could do some good work. Not saying that it's going to be excellent. I want to see the performance of the Frost Bear on this pet with the Dragon Scale armor. In terms of the artifact, you're going to have to use it depending on the hero that you pair up with ELLANIR. Let's say if you go crazy and you try to put ELLANIR and Thea or ELLANIR and Madeline, you go with the Dragon Scale armor. Not recommended, but could be a good march. If you want to go with ELLANIR and Goresh, you're going to maybe try the Spiritborn Torque. If you want to put ELLANIR and Kuma, you got the Serpent's Edge. If you want to go with ELLANIR and Joren, then you'll have to use this brand new artifact right here, aka the Forgotten Shield. This is going to be the go-to artifacts for ELLANIR and Joren. So ELLANIR is just going to work with anybody. You just put the artifact depending on the person that you pair her with, and you will be good to go. If you're going to be going with your cavalry, for example, the Agnar March with ELLANIR, you can use the Serpent, not the Serpent's Edge, the Winter's Edge. This one looks pretty good. Or you can go with the Lunaris. That's going to be another good one. Or the Wolf Howl Horn. It's going to be up to you depending on which one you have and which one you want to use. So these are the artifacts for ELLANIR. The final topic of the video is going to be the talent tree. Let us check out the two talent trees to use with ELLANIR. For open field PvP, you're going to go with the infantry and the tank tree. And it looks a little something like this. When you're using this, you can decide whether you want the march speed. It's going to be up to you. Me personally, I like using march speed, which is why my talent tree kind of looks like this with the march speed. But for most of you, you don't like march speed, so this is what the talent tree will look like. You make your way all the way over here. You grab the cool-headed. You pick this one. You grab the counter attack. You take the flank protection. You don't want to leave this skill out because it's very important. There are so many crazy infantry on the field. The likes of Joren and Kuma, they will debuff you and hit you with lots of crazy hero skill damage. And you don't want them having the surrounded damage dealt on you. You don't want that. It's going to be crazy. I think the surrounded damage dealt goes all the way up to, is it 15%, 20%, if I'm not mistaken? You don't want the enemy having that advantage over you. So the flank protection is a must-have nowadays. And then at the end, you go with Ready for Battle. This is a skill that I believe is going to work well with ELLANIR passive skill as well. So you don't want to miss out on that Ready for Battle in this lineup. So this is the tank tree branch. As you can see, the 1 point remaining, I decided to drop it in general list. which is a good place to put it. If you go in the tank talent tree, this is what it looks like, and you pick these points and you are good to go. The next talent tree for ELLANIR is going to be the Garrison talent tree if you want to use her to defend your city. And it looks a little something like this. From the bottom, you ignore all the march speed. You make your way all the way up to the end. You grab HP along the way. You grab defense. You get some counterattack damage. You pick this one. You take this. You take this. You take this. Gain lots of rage from these two skills. Over here, you do some crazy damage. Here, you take less damage. And here you take less hero skill damage. At the end, you do some good stuff to your enemies. You avoid the healing from here. And this is what the talent tree looks like for the Garrison, if you want to use this hero to defend your city. Now, let me remind you again, guys, this hero has 3 of her skills locked to infantry. So I don't know if she's going to be a viable option for most players who are not infantry mains, because, you know, 3 of these skills are locked to infantry, which means you're only going to use these 2, which is kind of a bummer. I don't know why the devs kind of did this. I think they wanted to avoid the Margaret situation where she is useful with mages. If you look at Margaret, she's got only 1 skill dedicated to archers, but the other 4 skills can be used by anybody. So I think the devs are kind of avoiding that type of situation. Now, to conclude the video, ELLANIR is an improved version of Gorish. She is absolutely one of the best infantry heroes in the game. If you upgrade her, you're not going to regret. And you're going to get her to 5551, which is easy to get. Her 4th skill is the Garrison one, so making it easy for you to upgrade the hero. I think she's going to be a fantastic pairing with Kuma. It's going to be like one investment that's going to be excellent for you for the open field and excellent for protecting your city. So this could be the way to go for a lot of players in the game. However, Kuma and Joren is another crazy infantry pairing. So I don't know which one is the best to invest between these 2. At this point, you need to just be patient, let people test out these 2 heroes, and then decide later on. But if you go ahead and you invest in ELLANIR, you are never going to regret. She is absolutely brilliant. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.